Okay, we're live. This is so fun. Man, I didn't think that I would be making YouTube videos like this anytime soon, but I just kind of had an inspiration to do so because I wanted to start documenting the journey. I wish I started this way earlier. Obviously, we're doing about 17,000 a month of recurring revenue. I'll go ahead and refresh my Stripe screen for you just so you can see it's legit. I know it says 16,800, but it's actually like 7,500, 17,500 because I have a couple of clients that are in the profit share model that pay via invoice and not on subscription. Yeah, man, did I think that I would ever even grow the business to this point? I think there's a part of me that did, and there's probably a part of me that didn't, but honestly, I didn't think about it too much. In starting this business, I kind of just, said, screw it. I'm just going to start this business and kind of see what happens. So I run a kind of a mix between a social media marketing agency and a software as a service company. We do a little bit of both. I have some higher ticket offers, as well as some lower ticket, sort of just like software model offers. And man, what do I even want to make this video about? Honestly, I don't really know. I just know there are so many people out there who are just afraid to even get started or really have no idea how do you even go from 0 to 5. And they're kind of, I'd imagine, well, I'd speak to you. I mean, I'd imagine you're sort of feeling this overwhelm of like, I don't know if I have what it takes. I don't know if I have the resources for it. And I just don't even know what to do or where to start. And if that's you, I guess I just wanted to speak into that and basically to say, look, man, when I started this business, I had no idea at all either. I literally started this business because I used to sell for one of the largest digital marketing agencies in the country that would service like local businesses. And I just saw so many gaps between what we were promising and what we were delivering that I was like, man, if I just use a little bit of common sense and just work hard, I can get, twice the results for half the price. And I would imagine if I could do that, because the company I was working with had 7,000 clients, and then we sold into a company that had 77,000 clients. But there's 77,000 small businesses out there that are using this service. That's good. It's not great, but if I can create a better service, I'd imagine so many people would want to work with me. And so honestly, like I said, I was in sales. Like I had no marketing experience outside of the fact that I was selling Google ads and kind of watching how it worked, hopping on some client calls, doing my account management, doing some social media with clients just because, again, I was hopping on calls and seeing what we were doing for their social media. And I was like, dang, like even just as an outsider looking in, not understanding all the technical aspects of social media or Google ads or any of that stuff, I was like, I feel like if we just kind of customize things a little bit here or start using some regular photos versus stock photos or, just update the ads a little bit in this way, I feel like we can get a lot better results because I had a lot of clients that just weren't getting any results. So again, I had no plan. I had no idea how to do any of this stuff. The only thing that I had in my back pocket was my partner, Stella. She did have a little bit of experience doing social media and some other marketing things for an agency. She worked as kind of like the social media person behind the scenes. But her experience was the same. She worked with like a large sort of generic agency that didn't really have any crazy, service. And we kind of thought to ourselves like, hey, if we just added a little bit of customization to this, a little bit of personalization to this, I think we could really make, some big impact for our clients. And we just got going. So we got this business started, like I said, about a year and 3 or 4 months ago. And I started, dude, just door knocking and cold calling. I was knocking on doors, cold calling people. I did have a couple of people sort of that I knew I wanted to call on from my previous job, but I was very slow with that because of the fact that I had a non-compete. So I wasn't like actively selling them, but if they had mentioned to me they were kind of looking for something different and I knew they were probably going to be separating with the other company anyways, I would basically say, hey, if you're interested, I don't want to hard sell you on this, but we could definitely have a conversation, see what I could potentially do for you. And man, at the beginning, we were just throwing poop at the wall and seeing what stuck. Like we didn't even have like an actual offer. Like I was sitting down with business owners being like, I think this is what would help you. Like one of my first clients ever, we were literally, they were an appliance and mattress center and we were posting for them on Facebook Marketplace and managing their listings on Facebook Marketplace. We'll never do that literally ever again, but that's kind of where we got started because we were just taking the approach of like, hey, if this is something that could help you grow your business, we want to try it and see if it works. because we knew if we found something that worked and then we could repeat that for other people in a similar situation to that person, then we have a service that could scale. And so honestly, we were just selling a bunch of stuff. Some of our clients from the beginning didn't stick with us because, a couple of them we severed ties with because we were just like, hey, we don't really want to offer this service anymore. And so we cut ties with them. And, some people have stuck with us for a very long time. I think up until this point, I think we have, if I look down here, we have right now 20, where are we at? 21 subscribers. So you could tell the majority of my start was higher ticket. So my average client spend is about $800 per month in revenue. And the average lifetime value is like $9,195. Now, a lot of what we do is very customized, and we put a lot of effort into our campaigns, which is why we're getting into SaaS, because of the fact that we want to have a lower ticket funnel that's getting us more business without having to put in as much work. But it's been going great. Both have been going really great. We still have a lot of room within our schedule to grow. I'm doing a lot of the sales and marketing, and my partner is doing a lot of the fulfillment. But I don't even know where I was going or what I was transitioning into, but I kind of want to wrap up here because we're already at 6 minutes. I want to make this a super short video, with the goal basically being like, hey, you guys can do this. Like, I'm not saying that it's easy. I wouldn't be making this video if I was saying that it was easy, because I would just be lying to you, and I wouldn't do that. But it's possible to figure out. And it's a great way to make money online and have a really flexible schedule and do something that is really enjoyable. Now, there's going to be a lot of things you're going to have to do that are not enjoyable, like cold calling sucks, door knocking sucks, dealing with needy clients who are coming to you, texting you and calling you every single day, wanting better results. That sucks. But through the mud, you'll find something that is a really awesome product that can be scaled. And Alex Hormozi talks about this all the time. If you watch any of his content, I hope you're watching his content over my content. But he basically talks about how in the beginning stages of a business, you're not trying to develop a product that's ready for scale. You're just trying to develop a product or service that you can sell to people that they're willing to pay you, residually for. And then over time, you get that to the point where it is ready to be scaled, which is where we're at now. So the first, year, I think going into, because it's May now, or it's June now, I think going into December, I was doing about 8,000 in monthly recurring revenue. And we really weren't pushing very hard. Guys, when I tell you the first year, I probably only spent 3 months into, honestly, I'll say this. I probably only made 400 cold calls the whole year, my first year. Now that's going to sound crazy to some of you guys, because a lot of you guys are going to have to cold call a crap ton. A lot of you guys are going to have to cold call, 400, I would say, make 100 calls a day, which would be 500 to 1,000 calls a week. So my route, because of the fact that I had sales experience beforehand and I knew how to do door knocking and things like that, and I had some previous relationships built, getting our feet off the ground was a little bit easier. We were at 6,000 in monthly recurring revenue within the first couple months. Again, because we were selling a little bit higher ticket, things like that. But our issue was we had to pump the brakes real quick because we were so high in fulfillment that we just had to figure out what the heck we were even doing. But for you guys, if you start with a SaaS offer or something like that, there's a lot of systems already built out for that you're not going to have to worry as much about fulfillment. You can get VAs to help you with a lot of that. What you're just going to have to do is you're going to have to learn how to sell. And so that's where a lot of your time is going to go. So mine was a little bit reversed, but the point of this is saying guys, this is so possible. And for any of you that are feeling like the opportunity is lost, it is not lost. This opportunity is going to be there for a very long time for one specific reason, and you need to latch onto this. If there's anything you take away from this video, it would be this one thing, which is that there is always going to be a want for people who are honest and have integrity. If you are honest and you have integrity, people will pick up on that. When you call them, they'll pick up on that. When you talk to them, they'll pick up on that. Even with my clients, I've had clients who haven't gotten great results for extended periods of time. And this is not forcing them into a contract or us, basically just BSing our way through it. We're honest with our clients, but they stick with us because they can tell that we love what we do and we love working with them. And we bring honesty and integrity with whatever we do, so they can trust that we're doing right by them, even if the results aren't fully there. And a lot of the people out there, unfortunately, they're just trying to get rich quick, and they don't have a lot of integrity. They're going to lie on sales calls. They're going to lie on cold calls. They're going to kind of do, what I would consider, I don't know, like subtle, tricky kind of manipulation type tactics within their processes. I mean, it helps them grow, and that's great, but I don't think it's ethical personally. But if you are honest and you have integrity and you're ethical, then I really think that you can make it in this business. So just an encouragement to say, hey, you can do it. I highly encourage you to try this thing out, whether it be social media marketing agency, whether it be running Facebook ads for a specific niche, whether it be growing a SaaS business, anything within this realm. I think there's a ton of opportunity. So look forward to seeing you on the next video. If you're interested, I would love to have you subscribe to our channel. I'm just going to be posting regular updates about my process and how we've grown this thing and how we're continuing to grow this thing over the next, days, weeks, months, and years. So look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks for watching.